massive human beings I've ever seen in my life, Brian Cage. And that happens right now.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing the Wrestling Revolver from Anonymous, Ohio, weighing 200 pounds. He is the Callahan Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
Sami Callihan might be representing the Wrestling Revolver, but certainly a wealth of experience right here in the Ultratorium, most recently coming off of a close call loss to War Beast in his bid to win the Ultra Tag Team titles as he teamed with Madman Fulton. But prior to that, one of the biggest victories, literally, back at Believe, when this man, the Death Machine, took down Brody King.
Massive victory when he beat Brody King. And frankly, you mentioned Madman Fulton, a guy who just made his Impact Wrestling debut. What does the future hold for him in PCW Ultra? But right now, it's all about the leader of OVE and the head of the Wrestling Revolver, the biggest star in independent wrestling today, Sami Callihan.
How you doing, LA? As you can obviously see, Sami Callihan is a huge baseball fan. And I'm saying right now, once you go bat, you never go back. See what I did there? It's a play on words. It's hilarious. So yesterday, big opening day for the LA Dodgers. Well, from where I'm looking at from Ohio, the only thing they should have been opening is a bunch of toilet paper because they're the drizzling shits. I'm in a bad mood. I had a long flight, and as you can see, this place is packed. So PCW, you are welcome for #TheDraw. So this is what I'm gonna do, Wrestle Summit, big night, live on Fight TV. I ain't here to wrestle, I am here to break the machine. So I'm saying tonight, we go OVE rules, where everything is legal.
No way, that's awesome.
So Brian Cage, get your ass out of here right now!
Callahan Death Machine wants this thing contested under his terms, OVE rules.
His opponent, representing Impact Wrestling from the 559, weighing 272 pounds. He is the Swole Marine, the effing machine, Brian Cage.
Is there a more impressive specimen in the world of professional wrestling today than this man, the effing machine, Brian Cage? Much like Callahan, his fair share of history right here in the Ultratorium and PCW Ultra. Close calls in his bids for the Ultra Championship in the past against the likes of... Oh my goodness, again, anything goes, OVE rules. I was gonna say that Brian Cage had faced the likes of Penta, Johnny Ultra, and most recently Shane Strickland for the Ultra title. And the winner of this one's gonna get another shot at the gold because this is a #1 contender matchup. Whoever wins this thing will get a shot at the Ultra title down the line.
Earlier, you made a statement like, is there anybody that's as physically capable, or whatever you said when you were marking out for Brian Cage? And the way I see it, Todd, it just depends on what you like. Some people like chocolate, some people like vanilla. I like Sami Callihan's physique. I like his style of beating the hell out of people with baseball bats. Sami Callihan's my kind of ice cream.
Well, and this is his kind of matchup, quite frankly. I think that Callahan maybe knew that he couldn't overcome the athleticism and size and strength of Brian Cage, but he doesn't have to if he can do this.
Oh, God, no, oh, my God.
Let's put a smile on that face.
A cardboard cut is as nasty of a paper cut as you'll see in the world of paper. Oh, God. Disgusting.
Big shot there by Callahan, who again, they can stay out there all night if they want. They can go wherever they want. Referee Jeremy Marcus isn't going to administer a count. There will be no disqualifications. Anything goes in this OVE rules matchup. Again, high stakes matchup, as I mentioned. Number 1 contenders match to see who's next in line for a shot.
God.
Speaking of shots.
Cameraman got smushed there.
I can take a bump on that.
Nice refreshing beverage.
As much as I love Sami, that's beer abuse, and I don't approve of it.
Of course, Callahan was obsessed with trying to win the Ultra title when it was held by former champion Pentel Cerro Miedo. So the winner of this thing will take on either Shane Strickland or Mil Muertes, who will fight for the Ultra title later on in our main event. It's a unique night here at Wrestle Summit when so many of these matches are connected.
Jesus Christ!
And have such implications. What a shot by Callahan.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Before I was interrupted by that vicious knee from Sami, I was thinking the same thing, Todd. Right now, Sami Callahan's in his happy place. Brian Cage not nearly as comfortable on the outside of the ring on that cold cement with chairs and whatever other weapons Sami decides to insert into this match. This is Sami's spot.
The Draw looking to find himself back in the main event down the line, continues to go to work, and this is not the quick start that the effing Machine is accustomed to. Usually he's dominant from the opening bell, but he hasn't got a chance here because he's been in an absolute whirlwind here.
A little shout out to Kurt Gibson.
Now both of them are going to be limping around the bases the way this thing's going. Got thrown out at home there by the effing Machine.
I think he might have lost a tooth.
Probably improve his looks. Out here, look at the power by Cage.
Oh my God.
What is he going to do with him? It was looking to be going, gone, but turning foul here is the Death Machine.
Look at Brian Cage react to that axe kick to the face and able to get Sami here.
Into the fireman's carry. Effing 5 on the apron. Callahan might be out. He hit hard and heavy.
Look at Brian Cage, able to get up there. Brian could do things you would never imagine that he could do. He could go high risk, he could fly, he's fast.
He's right at
clearly
home here. Oh,
the strength.
just enough.
He is the strength of that Impact roster, and only a 2 count.
Great to see Brian Cage's meteoric rise throughout the ranks of Impact Wrestling.
I knew him when he was just a little comet.
I remember it during my time in Impact Wrestling. This guy was competing in a gut check match, believe it or not.
How many terrible decisions did they make in that gut check series, by the way?
Took on Jay Bradley in
Adam
that
Pearce,
matchup.
Joey Ryan.
Look at him now. Machine on the hunt. His prime directive, total destruction of the Draw. Going to work, shot after shot by these. It's like getting hit with a tree trunk. You know, Callahan wants to take shots with bats. That's like he's getting hit by one right there. Effing Machine getting broken down by Callahan, who is going upstairs, downstairs, all points in between. DDT.
Yeah, that short DDT, will it be enough? Enough momentum to knock Brian Cage unconscious, and it wasn't. Cage able to kick out.
As the legendary Jake the Snake Roberts would say, short flight, bad landing, and it was certainly there for the effing Machine. And again, now that Cage is trying to clear the cobwebs, Callahan can go, he can get anything. He can get some sort of equalizer, or he can hit you with a spitboard.
So much spit from Sami Callihan.
Callahan measuring him, breaking that board over the head of Cage. The most dangerous shot is the one you don't see coming, and the effing machine did not see that coming down the pipe.
It's a great point, Todd. Hit him right in the back of the head where he has no eyes, no ability to see that coming. And Sami Callihan now, we've seen this before. Can he pick up the monstrous Brian Cage?
Cage so powerful. He's got on the magnetic boots there, and now calling the audible is Callahan. That single shot trying to soften him up for perhaps a pile driver, but a counter back the other way. Uh-oh. Man, resourceful. There was Callahan again getting out of harm's way. Oh, so much power. He's gonna deadlift him.
Ooh, big knee.
Pump handle now. Right, Cage turns him inside out. High impact there by the effing machine. Almost got him.
Frustration mounting on the face of Brian Cage as he nearly put away Sami Callihan. Neither of these men strangers to PCW Ultra, although one representing the Wrestling Revolver in Callahan, and of course Brian Cage representing Impact Wrestling.
Callahan,
they feel comfortable here, Todd. They know these fans know them.
Well, they do, but Cage did come in here expecting an OVE rules matchup. Callahan pulling the switcheroo, and that enabled Callahan to, you would think, get the advantage. Out here, maybe the makings of an Alabama slam, now switching the grip. Oh! Into a powerbomb the other way there by Callahan.
Callahan cinching in from behind, controlling the neck and face, and look at that crippler by Callahan.
Into that crossface, and again, has to be mentioned that more boards have been broken over the head of Brian Cage in a Taekwondo class thus far in the matchup.
He just spit on a PCW Ultra official.
And unfortunately for Jeremy Marcus, there's quite frankly nothing the official can do about it, because again, this is contested under OVE rules.
There will be no disqualifications in this match.
It didn't hurt as bad as I thought.
Number one contender opportunity at the Ultra Championship hanging in the balance. Between two incredible competitors. Both guys digging down deep, hitting with the heavy artillery. Oh, looking for that disc. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Is anything off limits?
No.
Well, that's a weakness on any man, even if you're an effing machine. The Death Machine digging way down deep.
Sami Callihan, D-Gaff. And he's going to do whatever it takes to get victories here at PCW Ultra, representing the Wrestling Revolver. Going to represent well as he sticks the pile driver, goes in for the cover. What the hell?
Kick out at one. And what's this going to do to the psyche of Callahan? He went for that pile driver 2 times previous, hit it on the third, going for that fully pile driver again. Sticks the effing machine. This time only a count of 2, but he's getting a lot closer.
How is Brian Cage kicking out of these pile drivers 2 in a row? I would have thought for certain he'd be on his way to the hospital by now.
It's often said adrenaline can do wonders, but I can't imagine there's a whole lot left in that gas tank of Brian Cage.
Adrenaline doesn't connect the C1 vertebrae to the base of the brain, and Sami Callihan's doing his best to sever that connection. How violent is this man, Sami Callihan, as he reaches for that patented Louisville Slugger oak bat.
He said it. He said once you go bat, you never go back. You can talk to the likes of Eddie Edwards to see what this is all about.
Ref might as well just bounce. Get on out of there.
Callahan representing the wrestling revolver. He's used just about everything but a handgun in this thing. Effin' 5 there by the effin' machine. What's the foot on the rope?
It's a toe. A foot is what holds your leg up and helps people to walk, Todd. And a rope is what keeps men in the ring during a match. And if you put them together, you can't get a 3 count.
So I guess that's the one rule that's still in action here, the rope break?
Yes, that's exactly right. OVE rules, rope breaks are still allowed.
As long as it saves Callahan, I suppose.
He's the one who wrote the rules, Todd.
Turnabout is fair play.
And look at Cage as Sami Callihan stares down the barrel of a baseball bat. 2 birds, no! Thought for a moment Cage was going to swing at the head of Callahan. Oh my God!
Callahan won't hold back. Big shot there by the bat. Callahan.
It's got to be it. What the hell is going on with the effing machine?
He's not human. Digging down deep is Brian Cage. Discus clothesline. Gonna take the head off of the death machine. Buckle bomb now.
Where's Brian Cage getting this from?
Look at this. Well, speaking of the ropes, whoa!
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, representing the Wrestling Revolver, Sami Callihan.
Why you look so disappointed, Todd?
Sami Callihan climbing the ranks here literally as he is now the heir apparent perhaps to the Ultra Championship. My question is, where the hell was the rope break that time? Double leg takedown by the Callahan Death Machine. Feet were clearly on the ropes as he gets the 1, 2, 3.
Let me explain this. In OVE rules, in Chapter 3, subsection 8, Article B, it says if you pin someone with your legs on the ropes, it's absolutely legal. Not so much if you are being pinned. Anyway, I'll read it to you later. I'll send it to you in a PDF file on Monday.